This is a Music Storm podcast where we discuss music from so many angles, from artists, producers, listeners, to drummers. We have the main music interest as the music industry as a whole. Today we have Jordan joining me. How are you doing, Jordan?
I'm good. How are you doing, Mikey?
I'm doing good. I love the background that you're in right now. You just got the whole entire setup going.
It's my basement, so it's like you never know what you're gonna get.
What do you have, like your little doohicks that you have going on in the background?
Okay. So we have a lot of hockey memorabilia over here.
Okay.
We have an Austin Powers gold member poster.
Ooh.
Which is, honestly have only two acoustics in the back, which is surprising.
Only two? What? Why not like 4 or 5? You know,
they're somewhere out there. The guys were using them the other day, so they're somewhere in the house.
It's fine. It's fine. We don't need them. So let's go to the very beginning, Jordan, of like your music career. Like, what got you into music? Like, maybe from school influences. Like, what got you into like music in general?
So music in general, I have always been involved with music my whole life because my whole family's been revolving around music through their generations. But I got into music because of musical theater, and I've always loved it, and it's kind of just stuck with me throughout my whole life, even though I don't really do it anymore, but I work at a professional theater company, so...
Wait, I did not know that. Wait, what? What?
Yeah, I work at Royal Manitoba Theatre Centre as a box office representative.
Oh, you're the ticket person. So like,
I'm the ticket person.
So like when you see in movies, oh yeah, there's the kiosk person. Oh yeah, you get that.
It's funny because I also did work at Cineplex at one point, and I did do the ticketing there too.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like music has always been with me. So whether I wasn't doing anything, there's always just music around me. So
yeah, you just like, did your, of course, probably your family has influenced some aspects. Like, what kind of like stuff did they influence you, I guess?
For like a lot of it was singing, because my dad's been in like so many bands that I could not even count nor name. My mom has an amazing singing voice, and my grandpa, amazing guitar player, and Zach, who is my brother, actually looks like him a lot, which is really scary. And most of his guitars actually were my grandpa's, so passes them down for Christmas. But singing was a lot to do with me, just because I can't really play a lot of instruments. I'm not the best at it. So yeah, singing was like really heavily passed down to Zach and I.
That makes sense. Wait, Zach could sing? I had to make that joke. Come on. We have
Zach. Oh yeah, Zach doesn't like to think that he can sing, but he can. He did a cover of, I think it was Monkey Wrench in high school with him and a few other people during our guitar classes. And I have proof of that, Zach.
You got proof of that? Ooh,
I've got proof.
You gotta leak this proof.
On my dad's Facebook or something like that.
Oh, well, one day the band's just gonna be like, hey, we're just gonna leak this one day, you know?
Who knows? Maybe I'll do it tonight. Just like, here you go, Zach. Have fun.
Here you go. It's fun. It's fine.
Yeah.
So going with the singing and that, what do you think got you to where you are with your performance, with singing and your vocals and everything? Do you think you could get better as a singer? Do you think, Jordan?
Oh, definitely. I think that there's always room for improvement, and with just how much like we've changed like our music like genre in the past like year and a half.
Yeah.
Like I've been always like listening to new people. Like Nick will show me new bands and just be like, hey, you should kind of like incorporate this on how you say certain things. And like the guys have been like suggesting, they're like, hey, maybe you should like watch some like vocal technique videos on like how to start to scream, specifically for like female vocalists.
Ooh.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then I come around to it, just like forget about it. But like I always think that there's room for improvement, whether it's like technique, training, or like anything like that. Like I don't think you can ever be like a master at something unless you put in so much work to it.
Yeah, in a sense, like you can't have some improvement, and then there's other times like, yeah, I think I've hit the limit, but at the same time, you still haven't. I think. Like, even then, yeah. When I first heard Memorial, and then I heard your voice in live performance and everything, I'm like, holy, her voice is insane. I know the improvement's gonna be there, and even now, seeing your improvement and everything, it's crazy. But also, I realized that you also sound like another singer that I know that I talk to bands and everything. I don't know if you've heard of a cover band called First to 11.
I haven't, no.
No? They're big on YouTube and everything.
Okay.
They have covers on YouTube, but also they have a solo project now, Concrete Castles and everything. They work with, what is it? I forget the name of the other band that they toured with that's big. Do you know Chrissy Constanza?
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, they toured with that band and everything against the current. They toured.
Okay, yeah.
So they've toured with them and everything, and your voice sounds just like Audra from First to 11. So I'm like, holy, you're at that level. Like you could very much be more better than her. Just saying, but that's just me personally. But yeah, like.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So, what do you? Of course, you work on your pastime, but other than that, do you have any hobbies, Jordan, that you do?
Yeah, I'm like a huge like movie and TV show nerd, that kind of stuff. I'm like, it's so embarrassing to say, like I'm obsessed with Marvel movies.
Oh.
To the point where like I can start to like quote them. Like,
what?
Not, yeah. It's like really bad.
Okay, tell me a quote then. Tell me a quote.
Okay. Oh my god, I'm like literally drawing a blank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this one time. Where is Gamora? Yeah, I'll do you one better. Who is Gamora? I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora? Tell me where the girl is, or I swear to you, I'm a French fry, this little freak. Let's do it. You shoot my guy and I'll blast him. Let's go.
Okay.
It gets concerning at times.
That is a deep level concern. Do you need help here about? Jeez.
I mean, yeah, but.
Wait, did you watch the new Spider-Man yet?
I have.
Yeah? Oh, what do you think?
Phenomenal.
Yeah. We can't. Probably people don't.
No spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
No spoilers, but.
Yeah. It's
everything I could have ever asked for in a movie.
Same. I'm a big Spider-Man buff. I love Spider-Man so much. He's my favorite superhero. I'm like, yo.
Top 5, at least for me. Top 5.
Yeah. You might hate me. I honestly still think this is when we're gonna bring bridges here.
Okay.
Jordan. Okay.
Okay.
I still think my favorite Spider-Man is still Spider-Man 3.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not terrible because my still favorite Spider-Man movie is The Amazing Spider-Man, like the first.
Okay. Yeah, I love Amazing Spider-Man first.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Your comment. Okay. Not bad.
Okay.
If you were gonna say like Spider-Man 2, that's where I would have been like,
You're awesome. I like you already. I like you. We're good. We're good.
Mikey. This is why.
We're cool. Because I'm not a big Spider-Man 2. It's just like, it was just a very boring movie, but that's just me.
It was a filler movie.
I know. Yeah. Okay. We've crossed the line. We're good.
Yep, we're good.
But going back into music, nah, it's fun. It's good. It's good to, go off, So, what do you suggest to someone going into music or trying to get into music, or even maybe like doing vocals for a lead singer band, or like trying to get into that vibe for music, I guess?
Don't think too hard about it, because if you're so critical, you're not going to have fun with it. Because there's points where even when I'm doing stuff vocally where it's like, oh, I can't do this, I need to step back. You just have to think about all the fun parts that you're really doing it, and just don't care what people think.
Yeah, I like that. Did you have like problems with that with the band and everything when you first started or anything like that, or did you question about doing certain things about the band and that with yourself?
Yeah, I had like a lot of self-doubt when I first joined the band. I technically never really joined the band. I was just put there as a filler until they'd found another singer, and I'm just still here. But
so what you're saying is you could still be replaced, basically.
I hope not.
I hope not either.
I hope not. But no, when I first started, I was also like really young. I was 15 at the time, where I was still in high school dealing with all of like mental health struggles and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, is like, am I gonna sound good? Am I gonna fit what they want? But I kind of like stepped back and like listened to what the guys had to like say about what I was doing, what they kind of wanted, and took that into perspective. And then I kind of started to like do my own thing with my vocals, but listen to what they really wanted and like mix the two together.
Yeah. You have to have that balance. Like if you don't have that balance, like that's what breaks apart a lot of bands. Like if you don't have some aspects of what you want and then other aspects of the band, then it breaks the band parts a lot lately. That's what I've noticed. And it's just, even then, like a lot more bands recently, if you know Paris, the I guess band or artist,
never heard of them. No.
We need to get you educated here, Jordan.
People just need to make me playlists and just send them to me, because I have this issue with people.
Okay. Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll give you some. I don't know. Wait. What do you like for music wise? Then do you like everything, or do you have?
I hate saying the word everything, but I do just like anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, you have to have one genre that you don't like, though. Do you?
I don't really like opera and like classical music.
Okay. I don't have that. I don't have.
I like anywhere from like Motown to country to sea shanties. It's like anywhere.
Okay. Then you're fine.
Yeah.
You're a good human being then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with Paris, they had, what is it? One of their band members, I think, got canceled and everything from a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Can't have anything good in the scene.
Yeah, nothing in the scene is great, but they're a relatively big band and everything, but then she became like the main vocalist and image of the band. So it's like she took on everything, like music, the production and everything. She didn't rely on the other members because, you don't want to get canceled and get screwed over and then you're screwed. So yeah, it makes sense on balancing it out with other people. So do you think you've made some impact as a female lead singer from a band, Jordan? You think so far?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's a lot to handle being the only female and being the lead singer. Yeah. But it's a lot, and I like to take a lot of pride from it, but then I also don't necessarily like a bunch of the spotlight at times.
Really?
Like I don't want to be treated as the main focus. I want like all of us to be equal, but I know that's so hard being the singer and everything, which I think it's okay. I don't mind the attention sometimes, but at points where I'm like, I don't deserve it, where it's like, I don't want to take the credit for it. But I feel like making an impact as a young female queer representation for younger females and individuals, it's so important to share these followings where it's like I have somewhat of a platform and I want to share it to help younger people potentially do what I do, where it's make music and like share my stories with people.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, like I was talking to one of the band members and everything. I think it was Derek, and that's coming out for this Friday, but this is coming out like I guess the following week after. But yeah, so like we talked, and he mentioned about being queer and all the aspects of like you guys switching with LGBTQ plus and everything like that. Like it's good to do that because it's like you want to represent all these people, want to represent all these individuals that they don't have something that they could look up to or be an image and everything. And that's great that you guys are doing that and want to accomplish that in this scene, because there's not many of that in the scene.
And it's like when you do find people who do have common similarities within the scene, it's so awesome to like be able to talk to them about it, where it's like, oh, I kind of thought I was alone, but now I have so many people that I can actually talk to about this.
Yeah, it's a good conversation and a good way to talk with people about this, and it needs to be more talked about. That's shocked it doesn't. Yeah.
I don't know why it's not talked about more. I feel like it really should be.
Well, yeah, it's an ongoing probably issue that it's just like, damn, why is this not working out with some people? So it's like, yeah. So, what are some artists you think you want to work with in the future, Jordan, with a band, or even yourself if you want to do some solo? I don't know if you're wanting to do solo stuff in the future or not.
I mean, solo stuff in the future would be nice.
Yeah.
I would have to learn how to make music first, but I can kind of play piano, but it's like, whatever. Realistically, I'm not gonna name like huge celebrities, because if I'm thinking, let's say like a year from now, I want to work with them, it's so not realistic.
You never know.
I mean, you never know, but like, keeping it realistic, I'd love to work with more people in our scene right now. Like, if I'm naming just a few bands and artists, I would love to work with Poodle Paddle. I would also really, really like to work with Grizzly Fate. And then I would also like to work with Tuva, who amazing singer. Like, and it's so different from my genre, because she's more in the indie pop type scene.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I don't necessarily do that kind of music, but it's just like, it's so interesting and I love it.
Yeah. What is it? I forget who it is, but there is a girl named Loa. I don't know if you know her, but she was in, she's like in like the indie R&B kind of thing, but she went on an ongoing name change. She's like the same kind of realm. I don't know if you know Habs, HAVs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's like the same kind of music genre as her and everything.
Okay.
And she's from Saskatchewan, but she's living here, or she moved, I don't know, but she's going on a name change and everything, and I love her voice. And that kind of genre I wish was more prominent, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just amazing music. And even general indie pop, indie rock, anything of that sort I love. And it's good to like expand on that, and I would love to see how you shape with that in that vocal scene, because that'll be interesting, and I could see how you could play with that. Be cool. Yeah. What do you think, going back with a band, what is your favorite show you think you played so far?
Oh, that's such a hard question, because there's like 3 memorable shows that I always have in mind now. I have our first show we ever did, which was at Battle of the Bands, which has a great story behind that, with Nick just walking down into the basement. Hey guys, we have a gig. That's it. It's in a week. We're doing it. And
what?
Literally, like, Nick did that, and like I was like barely in the band at that point, and so he was like, "Yeah, we have a gig. We're gonna play it. It's gonna be cool." And I just turned 15 at that point, and I was just like, okay, yeah, sure.
That's Nick, like, for you.
That's Nick, and nobody gives enough credit to Nick, because he gets all of our shows, he does all of our promoting, and so Nick, thank you. But like the 2 other shows that like are really memorable to me are our emo night show that we did at Cowboys, because that was the day after I turned 18, and that was probably one of the biggest shows that we've played. Even if it was a cover set, like that was still probably.
Was that the biggest show? I'm trying to think.
I think so.
I think so at that point, yeah.
At that point, I think so. And then our most recent show that we just did at the Handsome Daughter, which is like one of the best shows that we've ever done. Like as a band wise and just like feeling wise, it was one of the best.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. If it's mainly a feeling wise, then you know it's a good set. Yeah. Okay. I still think the Bankside one, but that's just me. That's whatever. I'm gonna hold on to that one.
It's really bad, but I don't remember that set at all.
Are you kidding me?
No, like Mikey, literally, I'm serious, because like I remember like a lot of things. I remember so little about playing that set. I remember before and after. I don't remember anything about that set.
That's a concern there, Jordan, too.
I mean,
it's fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll come back to me eventually.
If it's not coming back now, it's never gonna come back, Jordan. Fine. Yeah, have a drink. Okay, cool. Yep.
Calm down.
You guys did have a name change, correct? Go on about that. Why the name change? What came about with that? And that's
Okay.
it.
So we have now changed the name to Co Komono we were Memorial Brigade, and to be honest, we never really connected with the name. Like, we literally had to just choose the name for our first gig when we were doing the Battle of the Bands, and we kind of just stuck with it. I think it's been like the past year and a half, especially during the first lockdown of COVID, that we were like, well, we don't really connect too much to the name. Maybe we should start thinking of some other names, and brought out a few names. We were like, okay, we have this one, and it was just like, they're good, they're just not it.
Yeah.
So it was Nick, and I will give Nick full credit for this one. He came with the name Co Komono. And at first I was like, no, it sounds like coconut. It sounds like coconut. No. And he was just like, what do you mean? I was like, you got to think of it as from like a drunk girl perspective. She's drunk and you say the name and she's gonna be like, what, coconut? But I was driving with my friend one night, and then I like listened to one of our songs, which like I don't normally actually listen to our own music because
that's another issue that you have a lot of issues that we have to go through, George.
Yeah, it's fine. That's why we're in therapy.
Yeah.
It's all good. But no, it's all good. But no, and then I was like, hey, what do you think of Co Komono? And she's like, I don't mind it. And I was like, I'm kind of coming around to it. And then I started to like really think about the type of music that we're making now, especially with our whole Bummercore brand.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, you know what? Co Komono totally fits that. And I think it fits our Bummercore brand that we're trying to go for. And I've stuck with it ever since. I was like, yeah, that's good.
That's it. Okay. What was the other names that you guys were thinking of?
So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say them, but I'm gonna say them anyways.
Yeah.
We didn't choose them. So one of them was Dathomir. Like the planet like Darth Maul was from in Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was also Nick had brought this one up. It didn't really go well with the rest of them, but I didn't mind it. Demi Downer. I like it, but
too many
yeah.
D's. Too many D's.
Yeah. I liked it, but I was like, maybe not as a band name.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see why. Yeah.
But those were like really the only
two?
Three.
Yeah.
The only two that we like moved away from, but like Co Komono was one that like really stood out.
Now you guys have to do at least one coconut song, at least.
I feel like we have to.
You have to. At least.
Yeah, but it won't just be named like coconut. It'll be named something like so long with the name coconut in there. So that's how it'll work.
I got an idea. Super casual whatever that big long name is, and then put coconut in it.
Oh my!
There you go.
Okay, I will talk to the guys about that.
I just named a song. Let's go.
I'll talk to the guys about that. That's actually a pretty good one.
It'll be funny because you'll just see on even iTunes or whatever, Spotify, it'll just be so damn long, but it'll be also funny too.
Yeah, because people are just gonna be like, oh, isn't that the song from like Mary Poppins? And it's like, no. It's different because it has the coconut. It has coconut. Oh my god.
There you go.
I love it. Love it.
Are you scared that people are not gonna like the name or adjust to it and everything? Like, what are your thoughts on people with that?
I'm a little worried. I feel like people are really gonna question why we changed the name.
Yeah.
But it's also gonna take some like getting used to for people who do listen to our music, and it's also going to take getting used to for us. Because like we had such a following under Memorial. Not a huge following, but we had a following under Memorial Brigade. But we have to now move that over to Co Komono.
Yeah.
And just have people be like, oh, but you guys are Memorial Brigade, and it's just like,
not anymore.
We were.
Yeah.
Why don't you come join us as Co Komono, and it'll be a different experience.
Yeah. Okay.
So I am a little worried that people are not super going to be supportive of it, but hopefully when they see our line of merch, they'll be like, oh, that's cool. That's original.
The merch.
We have one thing of merch that I came up with the idea for it, and I've never seen bands do this idea. So I was like, we have to do it. So once they come out, I will fully take credit for that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Do you have the merch drop date? Do you have the merch?
No, not yet. We have a lot of it's ordered right now, so we don't have the date specifically set.
Okay.
But like, of course, we'll let you know, Mikey. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'll be like,
you'll get like, I got you.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you.
I see you wearing the Nickelback shirt. I love me some Nickelback.
You're the real one, Jordan. You're the real
one.
I got you. You're the real one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love Nickelback. Oh my god.
Oh, Nickelback's great. I saw them like 3 times already, so they're amazing.
I've never seen them. Okay, but you're also forgetting. Every time that they came here, I was like a young child.
I forgot.
Like, my parents with me. So,
I was a young child too, and my parents took me.
Okay, your parents are cooler than mine because my parents hate Nickelback.
Or whatever, but yeah.
My parents hate Nickelback. All of my friends make fun of me, except for my best friend, who we jam out to Nickelback in my car.
You need new friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
It's fine. We'll listen to Nickelback together, Mikey. It's fine.
I'll be the extra friend that will listen to Nickelback with you, Jordan.
Yes.
Let's go. Going back with the band and everything. What's the best piece of advice you think you've been given, Jordan, as a lead singer?
Oh, as a lead singer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's such a great question. I feel like my dad's given me a lot of advice, so that's kind of the person who I went to the most, just because he could kind of understand it. He always told me, like, even if you're not having like the best performance, fake it till you make it, which is like so cliche, but he would literally just be like, even if you're having your worst set, like vocally or just anything, fake it so that nobody knows, and then that you can go off stage and just be like, I at least performed a good show. Even if I don't think it was, like, just do what you got to do until it makes it the best performance for everybody else to experience.
Hey, if you have to break it mic stand, it's fine, But
yeah. Okay.
You had a bad set. It's one mic stand.
It's one mic stand. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, it's a good advice. Like, yes, you can fake it to make it, and then there's that point where it's like, oh yeah, she had a very bad set. You could tell, but also you just have to realize.
Yeah.
You just gotta go with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fake it till you make it. New music. What was the last? Liam didn't tell me much. He didn't. I don't know if you listened to it today, but
I literally watched it getting ready for today. I was like, what did Liam say? What do I have to talk about now?
Music.
Yeah.
Anything.
See, right before we started this, I texted the band and I was like, hey, what am I allowed to talk about? And what can't I talk about? They didn't say anything about music, but I'm not going to give too much away. But I will give a little bit more than Liam.
Okay.
We are almost finished writing for our album.
Mm-hmm.
We are starting our demo process soon. I want to say it'll be this year that new music comes out.
What the hell?
But whether that's the full album comes out or whether we're going to be dropping singles along the way.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's definitely music to come the next little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's more that I could give a little bit more than Liam's, but
yeah. Okay. What was the other stuff that they're like you could talk about? That's what I want to know.
A lot of it was the name change.
Yeah, the name change, of course.
So everything about that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
That was really it. Like they didn't give me like, yeah, they literally did not give me like any description. I was just like, what can't I talk about? What can I talk about? And they're just like, oh well, the name change will happen by the time the episode's out, so it'll be fine. And I was like, that's it. And they're just like, yep. Yeah. I was like, great. Now I have to make my own decisions.
Yeah, you just like, okay, she messed up actually on the podcast. She didn't have to say this. Damn, I gotta do a takedown.
Yeah, this is when they grill me when this comes out. It's just like, so, you said this.
This is how we're gonna get the replacement of Jordan Skelly from Co Komono. I need to figure out how to say this.
It's really weird to like when you look at the name.
Yeah.
But it's Co Komono.
Co Komono. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me some used to because I'm gonna be real. When I first, you're gonna laugh at me. With the band Memorial Brigade, I thought right away, I think even last month, still last month, I still called it Memorial Bridge.
You know what? There have been times when I'm looking us up on like Google and I will spell bridge instead of brigade, and I'm like, where's our band? And I'm like, oh, I spelled bridge.
Yeah. I've even did that for a couple posts. I'm like, oh no, I need to edit this.
Go back. Go back.
It's brigade, not bridge. But yeah.
I think that's also another reason why we decided to change was because of that.
The bridge.
Because of the bridge. The bridge.
Okay. How about okay. What? We'll do both. What was the meaning behind Memorial Brigade and now the meaning behind Coco? The new name.
Okay. So this is gonna sound so bad. I personally don't know the meaning behind the name Memorial Brigade because it was kind of chosen when I wasn't there. So it was kind of chosen when it was just Liam, Zach, Nick, and Derek all in the band before I joined, and then they kind of told me right as we were about to do that first show. But
you just forgot.
Yeah, and we just forgot really what the name was about. But Co Komono, that's a great name. Great name, honestly.
Yeah.
I could not tell you the meaning.
All these bad stories.
No, but like the reason why I can't tell you the meaning is because Nick came up with the name.
Oh.
So I don't know what his process was like creating that name, but like there's obviously gonna be a meaning found.
Yeah.
Once we like progress with being that name as a band.
So
that's a follow-up question. So that's a follow-up question that could happen later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day I'll just be. I won't even do it on a podcast. I'll be like, "Yo, guys, what's the meaning now?"
Yeah, just at our next show. Yeah. Boys, what's the meaning?
Yeah, what's the meaning? What would you be doing, Jordan, if there wasn't a band at all? Anything like that?
Oh my god. It's really cliche to think. I don't think I would necessarily be where I am today as a person.
Oh.
Because the band has helped me like gain a better confidence that I didn't really have growing up, and it formed me into this different type of person. Because if I wasn't in the band, I probably still would have been doing sports. I still would have been doing like dance and all that kind of stuff, and I would have been an extremely bitchier person than I am now. I will admit that, but the band kind of like helped me realize who I am as a person and like what I want to be growing up more. So essentially the band saved my life, as cliche as that sounds.
That's awesome. I like that. That's a good answer.
Yeah.
It saved you. It's
as much as those boys annoy me sometimes, they're family and I love them.
You gotta appreciate the family, and even though they have their moments. You just gotta be like, yo, they helped me.
Yeah. They don't realize it, but they will.
There's always a point where there's an end, though, Jordan. Do you know when that end will be?
Oh, I hope not. Honestly, I want to say this ends when we're all tired of each other and we're like famous and that kind of stuff, but I don't see this ending. When
you guys become basically rock stars and it's just like, oh yeah, we signed a label. Okay, screw you guys.
We're done.
It's crap.
We're done. Bye.
Yeah.
But no, like I personally don't see this ending anytime soon. From my point of view, I don't know where the other guys stand.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. There's something really bad will have to happen for us to like split, and I doubt anything will ever happen.
I don't want to witness that day. I really hope I don't want to witness that
Neither do I. Yeah. Neither do I. I feel like it'll be a mess.
Yeah. Favorite song you've done for the band?
Oh. Favorite song.
And you can't say new ones because we won't be able to hear the new songs right now.
Oh, sweet. Oh.
Yeah.
Great. It's a toss-up between Help Me and Left. As much as I want to say Casper, I'm not going to say Casper. But Help Me, honestly, was one of those songs where I realized I can do so much more with my voice, because when I was kind of figuring out the vocal melodies for that song, I was thinking it from like a really musical theater type standpoint where it's just like all like cutesy and flowy, and then I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna get really aggressive with this. But with Left, that song will always hold a really deep place in my heart because it was my first Taylor Swift moment that I ever did. And my last, the guys have told me I'm not allowed to write about people anymore, so shucks. But
you'll get them next time.
I'll get them next time. Yeah. That's my side project. That'll be like anybody.
Oh.
But no, yeah, literally it's always great because when I start to see people who I'm interested in, they're always just like, okay, like before we date, like you can't write songs about me. And I was like, yeah, no, I won't.
Nah. It happens.
No, it's like little do they know I already have like a song written about them, but it's not published.
All right, everyone, Everyone don't. It's gonna happen. She's just gonna do a whole entire breakup album. Yeah, just like Taylor Swift. It's happening as we speak.
My boyfriend's gonna watch this and just be like, me. When I already promised it, I'm like, you're not gonna getting a song. Don't worry.
You say that, and then it's gonna happen. All right.
I hope not.
All right. Yeah. Okay. We'll get off of this topic. Okay. What do you think about the music industry as a whole right now, with labels, streaming, everything right now? Like, what do you think when you hear about that, Jordan?
It's honestly such a complicated situation because I see so many people like gaining attraction over social media and then getting signed by labels, but then I also see them fall off the face of the earth by the next month because their labels dropped them because they didn't do anything else. But it's such a really weird situation being approached by a label, having them want to sign you, and then you kind of being forced under a contract for like the rest of your life potentially, where you wouldn't be making any money, they're making all the money from your hard work. And it's like, do you really want to risk all of that just for your prized possessions to be like taken away from you?
True.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the contract that you sign. You have to make sure you have the right lawyer, and you guys read the bloody fine print as much as possible, because you guys could get screwed and get your rights of your songs gone and everything. And it's just, to me, it's worth it, but in a certain degree. If you want to make songs that are like most of filler songs, like for labels, I say yes, you can sign to it, just write stuff. This is probably a new thing to just tell the artist, go to a label, only make songs that are just basically not the best. Make your best songs on the side so you don't basically send it off to the label and everything.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with that, where it's just like you have like your filler songs that are like the middle of the album, but then with your like chart topping songs you know are gonna make it big, save those aside and publish them on your own. Yeah, I totally get that.
Yeah, and then you can have those rights and everything. It's just like, yeah, we're good now. But a lot of these bands just don't really see that and don't do that. And then it's just like, yep, we're screwed. We're gonna go into a lawsuit with this label, and they screw us over. And yeah, it's just, even then, I've been noticing even a lot more bands are even doing a lot more lawsuits with the labels now. It's just like, you guys messed up already.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people are like taking the rights from their music, and then because I know like even Taylor Swift as an example had to like re-record all of her music just to get her own rights to her stuff. But music industry is really weird right now.
Yeah.
And it's always changing, so it's like you never know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, I just found out like what is it? Like a couple weeks ago, like a month ago. I'm mad at Taylor. I'm mad at Taylor. Jordan. Okay, you're just
okay.
Like,
okay. I'm like, what's up?
She's trademarking words. She's trademarking physical words. Yeah.
Like, what is she trademarking?
What words? She's literally trademarking words as her own, and everyone's like, what the hell is she doing? Yeah.
Can you do that?
You can do that. Like, for instance, what was it? There was one, I don't know if you remember back in the day when there was a YouTube channel called The Fine Bros. They were going to trademark the word react. She's basically doing that with words. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, there's a bunch of words that she trademarked. Like, she trademarked Taylor. She trademarked, I think, the word red. And that, like, it's so stupid.
Like, I get if you, like, trademark your name, like, Taylor Swift, but, like...
Yeah.
Red? Really?
Yeah. I think red. There was a bunch of other words. I should send this to you, but, like, it was just like, why?
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, that's Taylor Swift for you.
Yeah.
You guys are independent. I know that. Do you guys think you'll go to a label at one point at all, or no?
I think eventually the answer could be yes. I feel like right now, if somebody were to sign us, I think we would probably say no. Because we still have so much that we want to learn as a band.
Yeah.
And I think right now, I don't personally think a label would want to sign us, but like, you never know. That's the whole thing.
You're just straight up telling yourself that you guys are bad right now.
No, but like, my whole thing is if I was like a record exec, I personally wouldn't sign us yet. I think we still have so much growth and learning to do that is going to make us a better band. But I think eventually we could possibly sign. It just depends on which label it really is.
Yeah. There's some good Canadian labels and everything that you guys could sign to, even like some American. Help you out. But that's all in the process. Hell, you might even do a solo thing, Jordan, and sign to...
You never know. You never know.
Hey, I'll be your first person to do the interview if you go solo.
Hell yeah!
Let's go! Do you think artists should stay independent in this day and age, or do you think they should go label?
For the most part, yes. I feel like if you really know what you're doing, I feel like you could have like an advisor that could help you with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But personally, I think being independent right now is the better way to go, seeing as how industries are, COVID specifically. But like labels are like most of the time just trying to take your stuff. So if you can put that out by yourself and make your own money, I think that's more important rather than having a label be like, oh, we have this new up and coming star. We're taking all of her rights. Stream her music though.
Woo, she'll be a pop star.
Yeah. So it's just like, I think independent's the way to go right now.
Okay. Yeah, I totally agree. Like anybody I tell on the podcast, if they're even I've talked to people that were even thinking about doing contracts. I always tell them, yo, just be independent. If you're just starting out, yes, you need to work on independence first. But if you did get offered a contract, look at the fine print and everything. Make sure that you get your sales for your tickets. Make sure you get your merch sales. Even bands like possibly even like rock, even some metal bands, or they do VIPs and everything. The new thing is, yes, you can get your sales from VIPs, but some labels are taking that too. So you have to look at every single fine print of those contracts. Make sure you get even the rights. I always tell the bands, yo, get your rights, because if you don't get your rights, then you're screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want any of the listeners, the fans, to remember you by one thing yourself, Jordan? What do you want them to remember you by?
Oh my god.
You specifically, not the band, not them to remember Coco, not Memorial, just you.
That is such a hard question.
It's a good question. I always like to be like, yo.
It really is a good question. It's just like, oh my gosh. Don't remember me so much about who I am on stage. Remember me from what I've created with our band so much. Don't remember me as a person. Remember our art.
Okay.
Because if I disappear at any point, I still have the art to remember me by.
And the art is beautiful. The art is pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Promote any small artist or band, Jordan, that you want people to know about.
Oh, okay. I'll shout out a few bands in the scene right now. Poodle Paddle for one, Hopscotch Battle Scars, they're killing it. Our boys at Avenue 46.
The homies.
The boys. And then who else? Oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of anybody else. That's so bad to say. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Shout yourself, Jordan. What do you want the people to know about you or the band or anything out of the that you have coming up? What do you want them to know?
Well, you can go follow us on all of our social medias. They are most likely tagged within, the now Co Komono Instagram. I was about to say Memorial Brigade, but that doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist now at this point.
Nope. But yeah, stay tuned for lots of announcements that we're going to be having. Merch should be dropping soon by the time this video comes out. So stay tuned. We got a lot to come this year.